Gabby, 24 to 13 in the fourth quarter. Last time 27-9. Just what was the difference between the fourth quarters between these two games?
As we like to call it, the game within the game. Out of timeout execution, respecting our rules on defense when we need to, getting stops out of timeouts, and being efficient in those crunch time moments. I definitely need to take responsibility for the last game. I wasn't locked in a lot of those moments, so I tried to be extra focused on that today, and I think that was the difference this time around.
Nneka, talk about just how important it is that you guys had to earn this one. It wasn't like you blew them out by 30 or anything. They were neck and neck with you guys, and how that's actually maybe more beneficial for you guys kind of in the long run.
Well, first and foremost, I never disrespect anybody in this league. I've been playing for 14 years now, and everybody here is a pro. It doesn't matter what you may think about a team. They're going to come and play. A game has got to get played, and so I'm glad that we were able to get another great competitive game. I think that we needed this type of game. You know, as you kind of alluded to, we needed to be able to grind things out. We needed to be able to keep getting stops, even if the shots aren't going in. But I think we need to understand what a good play is. We need to understand when good shots are happening. We need to understand when we get a stop, how to capitalize on that type of stop. I think that we have a lot of growth areas in that, but we were able to get a gritty win today that is going to make us better in the long run.
Question for both of you. It was announced in Arena that Ezzy recorded her 300th career block, third youngest player to do that. Can you just talk about her sort of defensive presence and role for this team and how important she is to sort of, one of the best defenses in the league at this point?
Yeah, this is my fourth year playing with Ezzy, and she's like one of my favorite teammates I've ever had. Like, she makes me look like a much better defender than I actually am because I know she's behind me to clean things up. And we were just talking about the other day how, like, we can understand each other's cadences. Like, she knows when, like, I know when she's coming behind to come, block somebody. And we all trust her so much, like, just knowing that you have a presence, and then obviously with Nneka and Dom too, just knowing that you have that presence behind, and they're also capable to guard guards. So we're able to switch a lot. They're able to cover up for a lot of our mistakes. So not surprised at all that Ezzy's, getting these franchise historic numbers, and just really proud and lucky to call her a teammate.
Hey, yeah, sorry, what she said. Go ahead. No, you're good.
On the broadcast, again, you gotta excuse my earphones and things like that, but I did hear you say that they asked you a question. You said it's important for us to reward ourselves on defense. And did you feel that you did that? And then how important is it for this team to understand that? And is this what this looks like?
I can't say that we've been doing that. Not even today, We get stops. I will say this. We'll play defense, and then we don't seal it off with a rebound. Or we'll play defense, we'll get a rebound, we'll be in a fast break, and then we don't score. We don't find that opportunity to score. At this level, you have to be able to do that. And that's something that we're trying to get back to. We want to continue to play in transition after getting stops off of one shot on goal. There were moments where we were able to be aggressive coming down the court. But I still think that there's a little bit of overthinking when it comes to converting from defense to offense.
So this is for both of you. Since the team selections for the All-Star game are selected instead of being East and West, you guys get to play against each other.
I'm sick. I'm not guarding her.
It's going to be fun. How do you guys look at that?
I don't want to.
Skylar said it best. My Shayla. My Shayla. I'm obviously just happy to be there. Honestly, it's my first one. The only thing that makes me nervous is, like, I told them, I was like, I'm gonna be like a little lost puppy on the other team. Like, I was looking forward to just like following them around and like them showing me the reins. But I'm just looking forward to like taking every moment in and everything. It is gonna be weird. Like, I'm playing against my UConn teammates and my Seattle teammates. Like, it's funny how that worked out. But maybe this is like the universe telling me that I need to meet new people and make new friends, I guess. I don't know.
All right, we'll take a few questions from Zoom. Christian, go ahead.
Yes, this is for both of you. Just coming off of Wednesday, and there was a video that went viral today of you guys dancing in the locker room to Kirk Franklin's "Stomp."
That was recorded?
Pokey.
Stay in the moment and after these games like this and kind of rebound.
I did not know that someone captured that.
I think I saw Pokey. I
She
think
was
it
recording it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. No, I had no idea.
I had no idea that.
You know, we're not online on game days.
Yeah.
But allegedly. But I mean, honestly, I was telling E today after we had that moment that was what I was on today. You know, that we needed that dance break. We needed it, not just because of one game or another, but you know, we're at a point in the season where we're knocking on that first 400 meter of the 800 dash, and so we want to make sure that we still. You know, we have a heat check, we have a pulse check. We want to be able to stay locked in and stay together in ways that are displayed both on the court and off the court. So I guess it was an intimate moment since it's online, but it's okay.
Yeah. It's okay. Well, we're spreading the love.
Yes,
I
we
guess.
are. Yes, we are.
Spreading the love.
Sydney, go ahead.
Hi everyone, I have a question for Nneka. Earlier this week, you were selected to Team Collier after picking up your 10th All-Star selection. You are only the 5th person in WNBA history to earn 10 All-Star nods. What does that accomplishment mean to you? And a follow-up question to that, as you continue to climb up numerous all-time great lists, do you feel like you've flown under the radar during your career?
I'm very grateful. You know, I feel like I'm telling myself, yeah, you've been playing a long time. That's why these people keep telling you, oh, you broke this record. I'm like, well, I've been playing for 14 years. So, but I still am very grateful. I think it probably hits me a little bit more when I see the company that I'm surrounded by in whatever stats people throw at me. But I'm still very focused on the moment. And I mean, when it comes to your career, I think, you know, you have times of reflection, talking about how I'm regarded as a player. You know, I think it's seasonal. You know, it's seasonal. But if you're looking at like my body of work, I've been through times where like I just was kind of, I'm gonna do my job, but I also felt like because I'm not a squeaky wheel, a lot of people feel like it's okay to just kind of overlook me or even abuse my cooperativeness. So I had some time where I had to kind of get through that and allow myself to not be eaten up by these ideas that I'm not worthy or that I'm not great, you know? No one can tell me anything that they don't know about me. So, no, I didn't say that right. I said no one can tell me anything about myself that I don't know about myself. So I had to take that approach, and I was able to find new life here in Seattle as well.
All right, thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Nneka.
It was 60-60, and you guys finished with like 7 minutes left, and you guys finished on a 19-5 run. Just what was the difference in these fourth quarters? Just 2 days ago, you guys really struggled in that fourth quarter, but tonight, 24 points.
Yeah, I think I just had a stat or got a stat. 8 of the 10 possessions, their last 10 possessions, I believe we ended with stops. And I think 10 out of the 12 or something within that time frame, we had efficiency in offense as well. So we were getting stops and also converting off of those stops. I thought that we did not let their physicality and disruptive coverages disrupt what we wanted to do. Nneka hit some big shots to kind of open it up for us. But there was a lot of synergy from what we were doing defensively to get us some momentum offensively, and I thought our shot quality was better within that time frame as well.
Coach, can you talk about how beneficial it is to where Connecticut's giving you a really tough game? It's not, you're not blowing them out by 20 or anything. And the fact that you had to your team had to work hard, fight for this one, grind it out, and win, and how that can actually be more beneficial?
Yeah, there's no pride in knowing that on any given night, any team could win in this league, no matter what records indicate. And just the other night, I felt like we didn't get over the hump when we were supposed to, or within that game. And then today I felt like we did. So I think the reps, no matter who the opponent, they matter. That they're going to pay dividends, in the long run, because we're getting these crucial reps that emulate, or could be similar to a playoff, or getting into a playoff, or postseason. So I think it is important for this particular group who, this team hasn't played together very long. We have a new group, and to get confidence within those moments and continue to build from those moments are definitely important.
Just staying right there, just close game, but a physical one,
Yeah.
and where tempers are going this way and staying locked in. How important is that if we drill down one more?
Yes, very important, because basketball is a physical game. We don't want to, we want to have control. We want to make sure that the referees are doing their job, and we as pros and basketball players and coaches are doing our job as well. So it's just, having mental strength and fortitude, not just physically, but mentally, to understand moments and, not have things impact us negatively. And I thought that we took those moments and it impacted us positively. I thought we stayed together in those moments, and I thought we really handled ourselves with a lot of dignity and maturity, and really showcased some professionalism in those moments. Physicality is going to happen. We don't want dirty plays to happen within our game. So there's some control that needs to be there. But at the end of the day, I don't think we're going to shy away or back down from that.
Tiffany Mitchell played the most minutes of any of your bench players today, despite only signing yesterday. Just what do you like about how she's fitting with this team and what she's bringing in her minutes?
She's a vet. She's been in a lot of games herself. And what I like most is her physicality defensively. She can defend on ball, off ball. You guys saw she could get downhill. She can create for others, and also she's very cerebral. Though she's been here a short time, she picked up our things immediately. And from, timeouts, drops on the board to, having had, 2 sessions to prep for this game, she picked it up and is a seamless transition. A, because she plays hard. B, because the physical nature of how she can play, like, we need that, especially on the defensive end.
Coach, in the first half, the shooting was off, right?
Thanks, for lack of a better word. Yeah, you're right.
33% from the field, 14% from beyond the arc. What was the conversation at half to get them to settle in?
Yeah, I think a few of the, again, it was shot quality. Because I feel like we can probably get things on first actions. I think we're kind of like rushed a little bit. That game in Connecticut when we scored 27 and a quarter, the ball was moving side to side. It was beautiful basketball. How it was zipping, our assists were high. I just think today we were kind of taking some tough ones and hunting them a little bit. And then the ones that we got that were open, we weren't hitting them. So it was about confidently taking open shots in rhythm and knocking them down, but also making sure the quality of the shot improved. And I thought that in the second half, that helped, along with our defensive intensity and getting some easy ones.
Hey, Coach. Erica Wheeler only had 6 points in the game, but she had 4 steals. Can you talk about her, how valuable that impact was on the defensive end, despite not getting it going offensively?
Yeah, E has some tough assignments defensively, and I think, again, she doesn't shy away from the physicality of those assignments. She, is super impactful on the ball, off the ball, and, navigating a lot of screens and different actions. And so, again, defensively, if we can, get stops, and obviously offense, we have to kind of work through those things. E is a lot of times a culprit of deflection, steals, being in the right position, and it's super helpful to have her defensive intensity and physicality. And I also want to shout out the 5 assists. I think that was important too. To, though in the minutes maybe being 2 for 7 doesn't feel great, but to impact the game in other ways is actually very important.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. Coming into this game, like we said in the pregame, taking these moments and understanding that bad times don't last forever. That's kind of what Gabby and Nneka said before you came in. But also, Nneka touched on something as far as, I'm paraphrasing here, but her unselfishness being taken advantage of in previous stops, probably at Lake, since it's the only team she's been at. Would you have anything to say as far as what you've seen from her since she's been here and how she's kind of taken that by storm?
I've seen Nneka, and when I say Nneka, like Nneka-ing, it's, the preparation, the professionalism, the leadership, like all those things. I'm always just impressed with how she carries herself, but also how she performs. She's been an efficient basketball player. She's playing some of the best basketball, I feel like, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like in her career, she continues to elevate and play at a high level. And I don't take Nneka for granted because I don't know if it's a stat, I don't know how true it is, but when she's like scoring 20 plus, I think we're pretty successful. And so the games maybe where she isn't efficient, it's like, oh my gosh, Nneka wasn't efficient. But we have to do our jobs as, coaches and players to make sure she's taking good shots, great shots, screen for her and do those things. I'm not going to ever take her for granted because her efficiency is elite, and it matters for us to be successful. So, her unselfish nature, I think I implore her to shoot more, and as do her teammates, because when Nneka is Nneka, she's an amazing basketball player, and we need her at her best.
All right, final question will go to Zoom with Andrew.
Thank you very much. As always, Coach, congrats on the that victory. Just want to ask you, just your team's staying composed when Bree Hartley had that cheap foul at Skylar. That should have been close from the game after, especially within what she did to Gabby. And did Rasheed talk to you when you had the handshake about that, or was it just quick handshake and?
Yeah. No, I think there are a couple of plays that kind of escalated to the last play. I think it's kind of on the onus of our refs to make sure we're managing those situations so it doesn't get escalated. I thought that, taking a look at the foul on Gabby was important, and I thought that what was warranted was great because it was excessive. I applaud our team for staying poised in that situation. And it, starts with me as a coach to make sure I'm poised, but also our leadership and them talking to each other throughout the timeout. They were making sure they didn't get elevated, though we could have. So I'm proud of the group for fighting through that and being having a standard of excellence within a situation that can definitely go the wrong way. So that's that. I don't want to get in trouble.
Thank you, Coach.